When do you, one, sell and take a loss, or two, hold and buy the dips? That can go even lower. See question one. Okay, let's go to Forrest for this one.
Yeah. So personally, I would, you sell, first of all, you want to be in good projects that you don't mind everything Ian just explained, that you don't mind holding on through a bear market because you believe that they will bounce back. If you're in projects that you like, and if you're in projects that you want to continue to accumulate in, I'm of the opinion that you only sell if you think you can buy back for lower, right? If you sell, right, or take profits and you think that you can buy back lower, then it makes sense to sell. But if you don't think that you're going to have an opportunity to buy back lower, then why sell? Like right now, when Bitcoin's just bouncing off of 30K and we're in the middle of this crash, 30K could very well be the bottom. Maybe it's 25K, but I'm not going to sit here and sell the bottom hoping that we go lower to maybe 25, 24K before going back up for a retest. So personally, I want to be in good projects at good entry points. And then I'm only going to sell those, even in a crash, if I think I can buy in lower. And right now, with Bitcoin down around 30K, I don't think that I can buy in lower. Maybe I will be able to, but I'm not confident enough that I'll be able to buy in lower and that this bull market is over, that I'm going to sell. Now, I did mention earlier in the stream that when Bitcoin goes up to retest 48 to 52K, if it does that, I will secure some capital because I think there's a strong chance that if we go into a bear market, I will have a chance to buy in lower. So I don't like to trade the market very frequently either. But when there's a lot of volatility and I'm in a position where I might need to secure some capital going into a bear market, I will consider selling that retest. And then if we go into a bull market and I'm wrong, I'll hope to rebuy in at the same price once we get a confirmation bounce off of that trend line.
All right, thank you, Forrest. Let's go to Bill. So the question is, when do you sell and take a loss? And when do you hold and buy the dips?
Yes, the perennial question from 2019 has returned. So let's say you have 4 coins and you have an 80% loss in one of them. Now, if that one particular coin is causing you to not be able to sleep at night or think clearly about the other 3 coins or your life in general, then perhaps you take the loss and regroup, assuming it doesn't have a $500 gas fee, right? So if doing a trade or stopping out of a trade, either because you admit that you chased something you shouldn't have, or because whatever it is isn't allowing you to sleep at night, I say liquidate the trade, take a deep breath. Crypto will be here when you get it together. And I'm not blaming you for not having it together, folks, because I'll tell you right now, I don't have it together. So if you need to do something to sleep at night, do something. Now, flip side, does that mean puke everything? No, it doesn't, right? In other words, if you bought something and you look at it and go, okay, other than price, what's changed? And if there's no answer, then perhaps you might sleep at night for a couple more days, give it some time, okay? Give crypto a chance. And as Forrest said, right, this thing's probably it's going to recover at some point. I don't know what they're going to do this week, but it's going to recover at some point. And then that will allow you to reevaluate everything when your head's clearer. Okay. So in sum, clear your head. If you can't clear your head, clear it, take a loss in something or reduce your position. Again, it doesn't have to be all in or all out. That said, make sure you can answer the question, other than price, what's changed, right? Is crypto illegal? Is DeFi illegal? Does no one want cryptocurrency anymore? Has inflation gone away? These things are just questions you can ask yourself and do research on when you have a cooler head. So in sum, don't panic and don't panic. Don't panic, but sleep at night, right? And you have to find the balance.
All right, thank you, Bill. So the way I view this is, one, when do I sell and take a loss? I would say when the fundamentals in the project change, or when I believe a project will not fulfill the goals that made me invest in it. So basically, when I believe, okay, you know what, this project is never going to ever achieve this goal or vision, and I'm out. But that does not happen over a day, over a week. If anything, that happens over months. I would say at minimum 6 months, because I come at this as a value investor looking at undervalued projects that I think have potential for 10x investment or 10x return. So you have to give it time. For example, like Polygon is best example. It took basically almost 2 years before it did anything worthwhile. But when it did, I mean, people made a lot of money. I mean, people were tagging me on stories of them buying cars with Polygon money on IG. Like that's how good it was. But it took 1 or 2 years to move. So if anything, you have to have the patience. And it's very hard to have patience when you don't understand what you're investing in. So that's why we always say do your own research. But if anything, you have to have the faith and to HODL through times like this. But that faith comes from having the knowledge and the confidence and understanding that you're in something valuable. For example, same thing with Helium Network. We've covered Helium back in 2018 before it even launched a token. Then in 2019, when it launched a token, and that token was trading between 10 to 20 cents. Helium went to almost $20. But that was a slow rise to $20. It wasn't just like $20 overnight. It was just a straight rocket ship. And same thing with this, right? So for me, so to answer the question, do I sell and take a loss? Only if the fundamentals change. And I would give that minimum 6 months. But if anything, you have to be very picky with what you invest in. As a result, when things don't go the way you expect them to go, you have the patience with that. Then in terms of holding and buying the dip, honestly, I don't really buy dips. I know you should, but this is one of those things where I kind of go against the grain. If anything, I buy my winners. I double down on my winners. This is actually a strategy mentioned in angel investing and VC investing. If you've read the book, very, very, very good book, Angels by Jason Calacanis, basically how an investor turned, I think, 100 grand to 100 million. And basically, he made a bunch of money, and his strategy is double down on your winners. If anything, that's what I do. I double down on my winners when the fundamentals change. So, for example, Polygon. I was in at Polygon under 3 cents. Then when Matic under 3 cents. Then when they announced Polygon at 10 cents, I doubled down. Sold a bunch of other crap coins or coins that weren't really doing anything, even sold my Ether to buy more Polygon because the fundamentals had shifted. And I was doubling down on a project that was doing pretty well. Plus, I knew it had value, it had great technology. Then same thing with Helium. I was mining Helium when it launched from day one, bought some at 15 cents, bought some at, I think, 70 cents, bought some at $1.50, bought some more at $10. So I've been accumulating Helium, basically. I've been doubling down on my winners. So I think that's a strategy I employ, which is more a VC strategy, because this is the same example can be done with Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? Imagine Ethereum comes out. The token sale back in 2016, I think, was between 20 or 30 cents. And as Ethereum showed it was executing and delivering, you end up buying more. You basically double down. Let's say you buy some at 30 cents, you buy some at $3, you buy some at 30, some at 300, then buy more at 3K. Same thing with Bitcoin, right? So for me, I take that approach where I double down on my winners, because you're basically rewarding them for doing well. If anything, I don't actually sell, I just buy more. But that's because if you have the thought that this is very undervalued and this can go to top 10, top 20 market cap, why would you sell now? If anything, you'd accumulate, because now it's showing you that it's even more likely to get there, right? So with Polygon, they've been announcing new projects building on Polygon almost every single day for the last 2 years, right? So when you see stuff like that, you see the project executing, then you see them announce Polygon, them changing to Internet of Blockchains or L2 scaling. That makes me even more optimistic on them actually doing well in the future. So I buy more. So hopefully that helps. Tell us what you think down below in the comments.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams. Learn more at tokenmetrics.com.